What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at the distance. Um, I've gotten a few requests to do this video, so I thought I might as well do it. Um, on the Floyd Mayweather situation, I actually wanted to make the video on Thursday, but I just didn't. I just didn't make it. Got caught up doing other stuff, but sorry. For the sound of my voice, I actually just woke up like a minute ago and decided to make this video. But a lot of people have different opinions on the Floyd Mayweather situation, and me, I kind of lean towards what Blood Boxing had to say. And despite the fact that I had my own top 5 welterweights and stuff, I never called Floyd Mayweather a top 10 welterweight. That's just my opinion. Me, I actually had my top 5, but I do like the guys that he put up and let people know who are the real top 10 welterweights, because there's a lot of people out there that they're saying Floyd's a top 10 welterweight and been saying that for the last year or so. Me or myself saying that since the victory over Mosley. I never thought Floyd was a top 10 welterweight myself. But anyway, I've been reading all kinds of articles on Floyd Mayweather and the situation, and just looking everywhere, and then you see the picture of his mugshot and his ass, standing there with his fucking Kool-Aid smile on his face. I had an article I wrote for RopeWithUpRadio.com on Thursday, and I talked about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and how he's probably one of the best boxers of this generation. Inside the ring, but outside the ring, he shows little to no class at all. And I made comparisons to other fighters who are beloved figures, such as Benny Leonard, Willie Pep, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Kid Gavilan. Even you can go as far as to say even Joe Frazier. People who are just loved by the media and people, and Jack Dempsey. It's people who the media just loved and followed and had this love relationship with the media, and and maintained a reputation that was formidable for the public to follow and enjoy. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. had the opportunity to win over fans, become one of these type of figures, but he chose not to. And really, in my opinion, I don't think if it wasn't for a Benny Leonard, Willie Pep, Jack Dempsey, Muhammad Ali, Kid Gavilan, and you can even say Barney Ross, if it wasn't for these people who interacted with the public and the public loved, we more than likely wouldn't see a Floyd Mayweather, to be honest, because these fighters paved the way for other fighters to make millions and millions of dollars today in the ring, only fighting 2-3 times a year, while these men were fighting multiple times out of the year. And Blood brought up that all these guys who were on his top 10 welters, these guys fought everybody. Everybody put in front of them, and a lot of these fighters, such as Barney Ross, Jake LaMotta, Sugar Ray Robinson, even Jack Dempsey, Gene Tunney, James Braddock, all these men that faced issues outside of the ring, and they still went in and they performed multiple times out of the year. Now, in Dempsey's case, I wouldn't say he did perform multiple times out of the year after he won the championship, but these are men that win the ring, and they continuously fought multiple times out of the year, and despite having problems with problems in their marriages or financial problems, or even fought through injuries, fought longer rounds, more rounds, longer matchups, 15-round fights. And a lot of these fighters today won't even do that. A lot of fighters today won't put themselves through the same stuff that the fighters of yesteryears did. And I think that's one of the reasons a lot of people are kind of losing a little bit of respect for boxers or boxing in general, because it's just not like what it was years ago. If you went back to the 15 round fights, and had fighters who were willing to fight everybody, I think it would be a different story. But it's not. Um, it feels as if the boxing community with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is just divided, because you get some people that defend Floyd Mayweather Jr. and this Manny Pacquiao, or this Floyd Mayweather Jr. and defend Manny Pacquiao. And me, I'm not really one of those people. Really I really don't defend fighters. I just call it how I see it. And to be quite honest, with Floyd Mayweather being all over the media, making an ass out of himself, and then all these articles are written about him, he has a lot of people just working like robots and just wanting to see his next move. And when I saw Mayweather a suspect for domestic assault, I didn't even read the article. I just really didn't care for it. I didn't find it to be too serious, even though we know that this is his second domestic charge. There's a second domestic charge in the last like 7 years. It's the second one. So, first one you kind of wonder about. Second one, it's like, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But you start to believe it more the second time than the first time. So, anyway, it's just like what Blood said. I want to see some other opinions on it. I want to see, and I think a lot of people, including myself, want to see what Carcino has to say about it. I think that, to me, that would be interesting to see what he has to say and hear his take on it. And it's because he's a big Mayweather fan, and not only is he a Mayweather fan, he always rides with Mayweather no matter what happens. So I do want to see what Carcino has to say about it. Hadn't seen a video from him, but we'll see. But anyway, guys, I'm just talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and kind of comparing him to and I'm kind of piggybacking off of what Blood said, and comparisons to other fighters, because honestly, it's hard to compare Floyd Mayweather Jr. to other fighters of 60, 70 years ago, because the conditions that he's in. And really, I always thought Floyd Mayweather had the opportunity to transcend the sport into something bigger than it is, but paved way for other fighters, but never has, didn't want to. So anyway, guys, I'm about to head out. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Have a good one. Peace.